Coffee break with me. Woo! Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. How are you today? My coffee is freshly brewed, so I need to have another sip. We're not going to talk about how low-key poodle I am today. I just curled my hair, briefly ran my fingers through it, and then I was like, you know what? You still need to do your makeup, so let's just leave it a little zhuzhy for now, and then we'll figure out how to tame the beast after we're done doing this, because this is imperative. So, I'm here to do another Get Ready With Me. I think these are becoming like my favorite video to film. I don't know if it's because they're so informal. I don't know. This shirt is cute, isn't it? It's like, is it a bib apron? Is it a doily? Is it sexy with these little cutouts? Like, what is it? And it's a little cropped, but you know, you guys, after you have kids, everything moves. I don't remember my belly button ever being there. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take a recent favorite, and then this one. I don't know what look I'm going for today. I actually have to go to a baby shower for a baby girl. So I'm breaking stuff. So I want to do something maybe like pink or girly or feminine. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm going to wear. Maybe I'll just wear this. I would hate for my stomach to be hanging out. What is that? A new spot? I'm getting these like spots on my face. They look like freckles, but they're darker. You guys, I'm telling you, after you hit that 30 mark, brace for impact. I know you guys always laugh when I say stuff like that. Like, Dani, oh, you don't even know. Wait till you're 40 or 50 or 60. But honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. The older I get, because I feel like the more time passes, the more I look like my mom, which is kind of cool. It's kind of creepy to say out loud, but like sometimes I'll walk by and like look in the mirror and I literally see my mom, which is pretty cool. I mean, I feel like she's with me all the time, you know? Not to mention we have the same spectacular personality. Oh, Dani, you're being a douche. I keep using this in my Get Ready With Me's because I keep using it in general. Anyway, if I keep using it, it's for a reason, right? So we'll do that. And then for foundation, I definitely want to take a picture. So I want to make sure it's a foundation that's, you know, gonna make me look awesome. And then, what else? I think for the previous 2 or 3 Get Ready With Me's, I've used the Eve Pearl. So I'm going to use the Tarte one. But of course, like always, Mama is not prepared, so I just get to keep standing up. You guys get to see my flat pancake butt. So here we go with this and this. This is a Sephora airbrush concealer brush that my best friend Sam gave me. It's so awesome. Like, super awesome. If you have giant eyes, or if you like to maybe cream contour, I think it'd be great for like depositing the product on the skin. It's also really good for buffing stuff out. I wouldn't use it to like buff under the eye because it's a little big. So now that I'm like re-dipping into the dating pool and I'm totally like have no idea what the hell I'm doing most of the time, I started to think back about when I was single before I got married. I'm talking like 10 years ago, you guys. Time changes. Like, so much stuff changes. Now, like, dating is like shopping. Like, you go shopping, like, on an app. It's so weird. Most of the time, you feel like you're livestock. You know, like in a livestock show, and they're like, oh, here's this bull that weighs 2,000 pounds, and, you know, what? Yeah, I don't know. I've never been to a livestock show. But it's so different. And so I was thinking back about when I was single before I got married. Before I got carried away and got married, and man, I really need to declutter. Like, literally, as soon as I turn off this camera, I'm gonna film a declutter because like most of the stuff in this drawer I don't even use. What should I use? This one? Like, I use the same ones over and over. This is, come on, Dani, get your snatch together. Eyelid primer, Stay Don't Stray from Benefit. So, oh, it got me thinking about before all these apps, you know, when I was dating, and this is when I was like in my probably really early, yeah, it had to be really early 20s because I got married at 24. So really early 20s. Man, I went on some awful dates, you guys. awful. So I thought it would be fun if we talk about like some of the worst dates you've ever been on, right? I'm like saying talk about it like we're sitting in the same room and we can actually converse. So why don't you guys think about the worst date you ever went on and like leave us a little brief little blurb about it in the comment section below, because I think it would be super entertaining. I remember I went out with this one guy. So when I was 21, I think I was 21. When I was 21, I bought my very first like big purchase. I remember I got a BMW, a 3 Series BMW. It wasn't new. It was used. It was a couple years old. I was so proud of myself. So at the dealership, the guy that took care of my paperwork, like the financing, he was super sweet. And so he was super nice, really polite, whatever. And then randomly out of the blue, and you guys, I have a really vivid memory like an elephant. There are certain things that I can't retain anymore now that I've become a mom. Like my memory stops working, which is a thing that's on my things they don't tell you before you have kids. You could have a really good memory, but after you have kids, like it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work. New information doesn't stick around. So for foundation, I'm gonna use Makeup Forever. Oh man, I wish I had a darker shade of this because I really like this foundation. Oh man, and then this one, maybe I'll mix these two together. We're gonna have to lay on that setting spray like super heavy because I need this face to last all day, and it's 11 o'clock. I need it to last till like 11 o'clock the next day. So yeah, okay, so he helps me with my car, he does all the paperwork, whatever, super cool, really nice. I just thought he was attractive, you know, and he was funny and he was really polite. But I mean, I just thought, this is my problem too. My mom says I've always had this issue. I can never tell when someone's flirting with me. I can't tell when someone's hitting on me. I never even notice when people are looking at me. And my mom's like, you gotta like pay attention, like look, that guy's staring at you, or look, that's going on. I remember when I was younger, my mom was like, hey, look, he lost your twin, you know, like saying like he's staring. And I was always like, and I think I'm still like that. I still don't know when someone actually likes me. I just can't tell. You guys, probably why I'm gonna be single forever. And so I just thought, oh, he's so polite. He's being so nice. You know, he's helping me do my paperwork or whatever. Anyway, so I leave. I take off with my little car, whatever. And then a few days later, he calls me. You know, the funny thing is I don't remember his name, which is weird because I remember all the details about what he was wearing, where we went, everything. I can't remember his name. So it's funny how they say God takes away what you don't need, right? I guess I don't need that. That's not important to this story. And so he calls me a few days later. He's like, hey, it's, man, I wish I could remember. Let's just call him Bob. So he's like, hey, it's Bob. You know, I did your financing paperwork for your car. He was like, totally. And I was like, oh my God, is everything okay? Do you need me to provide any information? Obviously, I'm like, everything goes over my head when it comes down to like love and relationships, you guys. And I was like, oh, did I, you know, forget something? Do you need me to sign? Whatever. He's like, no, this is totally not a business call. I'm actually calling because I was wondering, you know, if you're seeing anybody, because if not, I'd love to take you out. And I'm over here like, you know, I don't even know what to say. I'm a late bloomer, you guys. I didn't have my first kiss until I was 19. Okay, don't judge me. Or 18, 19, it was late. And so I was like, oh, yeah, sure, that sounds like fun. So we plan on something, and we plan on something pretty soon thereafter. I think we went to Otay Ranch Mall, if you guys are familiar with like San Diego or South San Diego, or I guess Chula Vista area. This was when Otay Ranch was relatively new, and there was this brand new steakhouse, I remember. And he was like, oh, what if we go to this restaurant? And I was like, dang, baller, okay. Because, I mean, at that time, if you're going to go on a date, you're going to go to, like, Islands, or you're going to go to, like, I don't know, Cheesecake Factory, or BJ's, you know, something more, I don't know, not so fancy or whatever. So I was like, damn, a steakhouse? Okay, sounds good. Now I'm gonna go in with concealer. And remember I told you guys the other day that I was using the shade Light, but I figured Light Sand would be a better match for me. Because Light is pink undertones, Light Sand is yellow undertones. So they're the same color, except the undertone is different. But I was noticing in pictures and footage, the Light Sand one looks really like obvious. So I was like, okay, maybe I was just having a bad blending day. Maybe I put too much, but I really think it's the tone of the concealer. So I think I'm gonna go back to using just the light one, and I'm going to highlight the under eye area. Someone told me that this shade was too light for me, but I feel like the Light Sand is a lot lighter. I don't know, I guess it's because it's like a pinkish one. It kind of, I don't know honestly, but you guys know when you just, you know, which you prefer one over another, I guess. So this one is definitely better for me, which is weird because I don't have cool undertones, but you know, not everything has to make sense sometimes. I don't know if I've ever touched on how I was raised, but like my parents were always like, you know, you come home every night, you don't move away for college, like you stay here until you get married. Like that's how I was raised. And so it was very important that whenever I went on a date, they would pick me up at my house. But for some reason, I don't know how it happened or how I convinced my parents that I was gonna go there, or just meet them there. I'm pretty sure I probably lied and said I was gonna go out with my best friend or something. My best friend at the time. And so, no, actually, I told my mom because she even asked me like, oh yeah, the cute guy from the dealership. So I don't know how I was able to finagle that. Anyway, you guys, I could tell a 5-minute long story in like 2 hours. Anyway, so we met there, and I remember I was wearing this red dress. It was like a red chiffon dress, like just a really, like a mini dress. Had long sleeves. It was super basic. It was when like block dresses were in style. I don't know if you guys remember those. They were like pillowcase dresses. So they were just straight cut down. It was a mini dress. And they either had long sleeves or like short blocky sleeves. So it was like a long, it's like a red-orange coral long sleeve chiffon block dress. And I remember when I met him there, he was already inside the restaurant at the table. So I had to like walk in. He didn't stand up or anything. He didn't hug me. And he goes, that's an interesting outfit choice. For the history of ever, this is BECCA's Multitasking Perfecting Powder, and then Laura Mercier Translucent Loose. For the history of ever, you guys, for the history of ever, I pick guys that judge my clothes. And I refuse to believe that I have bad taste in fashion. You guys, I'm serious. I really like how I dress. I really like how I dress. I have no intention of changing the way that I dress or my style. But for the history of ever, guys feel the need to comment on the clothes that I wear. Whether they don't like distressed jeans, or they don't like the cuff on my pants, or they don't like that there's patches, or that the colors are too bright. Like literally, why does a man feel the need to comment on the clothing that you decide to wear? Are they wearing it? No. It's kind of like when they say, oh, I like girls that wear light makeup or that don't wear makeup or whatever. Okay, and what does that have to do with me? You know what I mean? Like, it's just clothes. At the end of the day, you want it to come off anyway, so why are you tripping? Like, I don't understand. Anyway, it's such a double standard because I would totally comment on some guy's clothes. I mean, once we were in like a relationship, like, oh, hey, why don't you wear this instead? But you know, I don't know. I guess that's like, because we're kind of like momish, you know, like we like to, I don't know. Anyway, I'm totally being a double standard right now, or playing a double standard. So yeah, he goes, oh, that's an interesting choice of whatever. So then we like ordered drinks, and I mean everything from this date was so bizarre. But you know, my mom raised me right, and I wasn't gonna stand up and like walk away. I'm not rude. I've never been rude. I've been on really bad dates, and it takes a lot for me to stand up and walk away. So we ordered drinks, and I remember I ordered a whiskey sour. He's like, really, whiskey? I always thought whiskey was a drink for men. like strike 7, you know what I mean? And then when we order, he doesn't ask me for appetizers. He doesn't ask if there's anything that I like or if something stands out on the menu or anything. He literally just orders appetizers, which I'm like, okay, maybe he's old-fashioned and that's kind of what he goes for. Like, he takes charge, which is kind of sexy, right? So he orders appetizers. I'm gonna do my brows, and I think I'll just do them on camera because I don't think I want to do them too, I don't know yet. I'm not going to talk because every time I say something, I totally do the opposite. So I'm going to do my brows. So he orders appetizers. I'm like, okay, cool. He takes charge. It's kind of sexy. I'll let him do that. And then when it comes down to ordering the steak, I've always been a fan of like sirloin, flank, hanger steak. Really like, I don't know. They're economic, like tri-tip. Tri-tip is delicious. Really like, I don't know, affordable cuts. They're so good and they're so underrated and very few restaurants offer them. You know what I mean? So I remember I got sirloin and he was like, really? I'm bringing you to a steakhouse and you're getting sirloin? And I'm like, fool, I swear to God, if I had gotten like porterhouse or like a filet, he probably would have said, really? The most expensive one on the menu? And at this point, I was already like, you guys know my billboard face, right? Like everything, you can see everything on my face. Like my expressions, how I'm feeling. Literally, it's so hard to control eye rolls for me. I could probably swallow a whole watermelon before I could control an eye roll. Like literally, that's how hard it is for me. And then you guys, this is the best part of the date. He goes, so what are you anyway? And I was like, what am I? A believer, a dreamer, a hopeless romantic, an eternal optimist? Like, what is he asking me? Is this like a really altruistic, like, important, deep question, or is he being an ass? Like at this point, I was like, I don't even know anymore. This date could take a positive turn right now. And he was like, yeah, what are you? And I was like, can you be more specific? He goes, oh, because I heard you speaking Spanish, but you don't look Mexican-y. Mexican-y. Like Mexican-y. I was like, oh my God, is this guy for real? You don't look Mexican-y. So, you know what's happening, you guys, is I'm kind of having these flashbacks as to how difficult dating was before I got married. And now I'm like, do I really want to venture out into that world, that cold, cold, misunderstood world again? I don't know about that, because I don't look Mexican-y. So yeah, at the end of the day, I just told him, I can't even tell you how many times I've used this line where I've gone on a bad date and I say, and they go, oh yeah, I had a good time, you know, we should do this again or whatever. I can't even tell you how many times I've been put in that position where I go, were we on the same date? And then they kind of like nervously laugh and I'm like, no, seriously, were we on the same date? Because I feel like maybe you didn't like me because you were treating me like crap. So that was that. I obviously paid for half of the meal because I'm polite, but Lord knows I didn't want to. And that was an expensive meal and it was eternal. It seemed like the meal lasted like 7 hours. I think it was like maybe an hour. It was pretty brutal. You guys, these Get Ready With Me's, I'm pretty sure you guys watch them for the simple fact of what I'm going to say, because I feel like I do the same thing almost in like every freaking Get Ready With Me. I actually haven't used this palette in forever and I forgot how in love I was with it. So we're gonna do this for face. It has an amazing blush. Do you guys remember how I lost my crap over that blush in the middle? And then the bronzer's pretty good for my skin tone, for contouring. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna take Lo-Fi, which is the bronzer in here, and get my hair out of my way. You guys, I am so relieved that I didn't have a daughter because dating is so hard right now. Man, these guys, I don't like to make gross generalizations. Like, I hate to make mass gross generalizations like all guys are the same. Oh, all dating sucks. You know, like it's such a cynical and ignorant glass half empty type way of thinking, but it really is difficult because I feel like the more time passes, the less hard we need to work for anything that we want. Does that make sense? Like everything is so readily available, from like food to deliveries to even dating. Like, I mean, dating at your fingertips, like you're literally shopping for a date. To me, that is just as fascinating as it is. I don't know. It doesn't stop feeling really informal, and it sort of creates this dynamic of the next best thing. Like, at what point do you stop swiping and going on dates? At what point do you just commit to someone and like honestly like get off that stuff and you know, pick? Because I feel like it creates this sense of curiosity, of never ending what is better, what's out there, what's better, you know, this immediate gratification or immediate, I don't know, immediate, what's the word I'm looking for? Satisfaction, I guess you could say. And I feel like that's the culture that gets created with these types of apps is, you know, it's like delivering a pizza. You get delivered a date for the night. I don't know. I miss that like connection of when you met someone and you were just about that person. You know what I mean? I guess at the end of the day, I was actually talking to someone, you know, the funny thing is that with Bumble, like you can actually meet pretty cool, friendly people, you know, like friends. Platonic connections, which is interesting, or not interesting, which is ideal. You know what I mean? Like when you take that, like the physicality out of meeting someone or that pressure of like the physical connection, it's a lot more, I don't know, I feel like it's a lot more gratifying. Anyway, so I was talking to someone the other day and he goes, well, what are you looking for? And I was like, honestly, I'm not, I feel like if I say, oh, I'm looking for XYZ, you're putting yourself in a box of what you're limiting yourself to find. Honestly, I just want to be social. You know, I want to develop that part of my life here in this city. I want to make friends. I want to go out. I want to see a city that I never explored the 6 years that I was here. You know, I want to meet someone that will make me laugh and smile and, you know, isn't afraid to say what they feel or what they're thinking, that isn't calculating with the next thing they're going to say. I hate that very like calculated, almost methodical, if you do this, I'll do that. If you say that, I'll do this. You know, it's very capricious and flaky as well. And I'm not like that, you know. I don't know if it's how I was raised, but I kind of just, I say what I feel what I say. I mean, you can tell in my videos, like I'll say the most silly things sometimes, and that's just how I am. You know, if I miss someone, I'll tell them. If I love someone, I'll tell them. If someone hurt my feelings, I'm gonna tell them. And there's almost like this sense of, I don't know, almost like it's okay to have a wall now, you know, and you use it as a, oh, that's just the way it is now. And there's so many like reindeer games and I'm totally off track. What was I talking about? I was talking about what I'm looking for. And so I told him, I said, you know what? Honestly, I have no idea what I'm looking for. I mean, I know I'm not going to waste my time. I know what it's like to be married. I know what it's like to go on horrible dates. I know what it's like to be unhappy. And I also know what it's like to be happy. So preferably the latter would work. And so it's kind of like a low pressure, no expectation, open-minded, and obviously I just want to surround myself with people that, you know, aren't calculating and strategic, people that are honest, people that are good, have moral integrity, are funny, want to make me smile, whether it's romantic or platonic, but, you know, care about the best interests of someone else, that isn't just constantly thinking about themselves. Oh God, and please not a Dallas douche. Can we talk about this new breed of man that I discovered in Texas? But we should probably first talk about the massive blush overload that I did. I want to do a pink eye look, but I don't know how I'm going to achieve that. And I'm having a little bit of trouble feeling inspired. I feel like there's so many palettes that I haven't used. I wonder if any of these are predominantly pink. Let's see this one. Well, that's purple. That ain't gonna work. How about naturally matte? Oh, that's not even close. This one I think had some pinky plums. Maybe this one from Pure. I want to do something pink and sparkly and cute and pretty. Yeah, we'll do the Naked 3. Is that so weird? I'm always like, oh, I hate the Naked 3, and now I'm going to use it. Whatever. Thug life, right? I love eating my own words, you guys. So, should I bring you guys in closer so you can see what I do with my eyeballs? Let's see. I make that sound when I drop the chair. Is that okay? And then make sure you guys are in focus. And then probably take my hair down because it's gonna crease super bad. I already got a really bad crease. Oh man, I'm gonna have to recurl the poodle pattern. I know the blush is intense. We're gonna fix it, but I'm just gonna leave it like that for now, and then I'll blend it out once I apply my highlighter so I don't look like that 3 triple stack. Now I'm gonna take the 778 that I always take and the color Strange. That's this light color here. Okay, so we have to talk about this breed of man that I discovered. Dallas is one of those amazing cities that has so much opportunity. So many people come here, so many companies come here, so many headquarters are located in Dallas because A, it's a growing metropolis. B, there's no state taxes. And C, there's still so much land to be developed and so many projects in the works and so much, there's just so much development that it's literally like a breeding ground for really big companies and hotshots. You know what I mean? Like really successful people. So Dallas is full of young, good-looking, super rich, intelligent men. So what does that create? That creates almost like a sense of thirst with single women that are just constantly surrounding these men. And then what does that turn into? That turns into men that are used to not having to work as hard for the ladies. You know what I mean? And so I'm not, again, I told you guys earlier in this video that I don't like to make gross generalizations. I don't like that. I don't think it's fair. Because that's like saying all Mexicans have tan skin, right? It's stupid, it's ignorant, and you don't make gross generalizations. They're not fair. So it's created this type of man that's almost like the dream catch, right? They're super intelligent, they're super successful, they're very good looking. Everyone is into fitness. Everyone is into travel. So if you don't like fitness or travel, oh, sorry guys, you're gonna be single forever. I'm like, man, when's the last time I went on vacation? Oh, that's right, my honeymoon. So all of these people, you know, are into fitness and travel. Everyone's like super like, you know, beautiful physique. And I'm over here like in my mom jeans. You guys, I don't have any self-image issues, okay? In case you're wondering. I'm totally just teasing myself. Self-deprecating humor is some of the best humor. I'm taking the color Limit. It's a matte, like mauve shade. And so, yeah, so it's created this dynamic of guys that don't have to work so hard because, you know, they're a catch. So all these girls are like, heck yeah, baby, whatever you want, whenever you want. Oh, right now, sure, immediate satisfaction. You know what I mean? And for me, I'm kind of like, well, I work very hard. I take care of my family. I take care of my boys and my dogs. So to me, I don't get impressed by flashy things like that. You know, I don't care if you have like a Range Rover. I don't care if you drive an S-Class or an M-Series. Like, that doesn't impress me. I don't care that your belt is Hermes. I'm like, so who cares? It's a belt. Like, big deal. You know what I care about? I care about your moral integrity. I care about punctuality. I care about how your relationship is with your parent. I care about your behavior under stressful situations, or if you're emotional or not. You know, I care about if you have baggage. If you have kids, do you have a good relationship with them? You know what I mean? Like, that's the stuff that I care about. Do you know what side of the street to walk on? I always say that. Like, I love when a guy knows what side of the street to walk on. I love when a guy opens a door for you. I love when a guy notices that you're cold and gives you their jacket. Like, I really pay attention to all that, like, super old-fashioned stuff. You know what I mean? It says so much. It speaks volumes about a person that believes in, like, you know, the classic way of treating a lady. I'm gonna go in with a small shader brush in that same color Limit, and I'm going to run that on the lower lash line. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to use one of the Stila Magnificent Metal Foils, whatever. I haven't used one of those in a while. And I did a tutorial a long time ago that I copied from Shan XO. It's one of the favorite looks that I've ever done, ever in my whole YouTube career of a whole 4 years. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And then we're gonna go in with a smaller shader brush or blending brush. This is Max 217. And the color, we don't have very many options, but I guess I'll do Black Heart just because it's a darker color. And I'm just gonna do the lightest little tap. And that's gonna go right there. I hope I don't mess this up. I am going to a baby shower, so black might have not been the best choice, you guys. Anyway, so why don't you guys tell me in the comment section below maybe the worst date you've been on, or tell me like the top 3 things that you look for when you're, you know, dating someone. Like, what are some things that they need to have or they need to do when you're getting to know someone, when you're dating them? Like, what do you look for? Like, for me, it's how they treat other people, like the waitress, a busboy, I don't know, whoever's helping us, wherever we go, whoever helps us, how they treat that person. I also ask them about their mom. And I don't say like, how do you treat your mom? You know what I mean? I just ask them like, oh, so where's your mom, or where are your parents? Like, are they here? You know, do you see her often? And I love when they say their mom is their best friend. I love it. A lot of times you would think, oh, you know, it's their mama's boys. But there's a certain distinction between someone that loves their mother and respects her and wants to spend time with her. It's so sweet when like a grown-ass man takes his mother like out on a dinner date. You know what I mean? It's so precious because, you know, they're putting themselves in their mother's life. And again, I'm a firm believer that your parents raise you. They did their job. Now that you are out of their home, now it's your turn to take care of them. And so when someone goes out of their way to have an active relationship or active involvement in their parent's life, it speaks volumes. And then obviously the third thing is how they treat me. And I don't mean treat me like, oh, if they pay for the food, or oh, it's more like, you know, do they notice are they paying attention to like your reactions? Are they staying engaged? Are they looking at you in the face when you're talking? You know, a lot of times that's such a simple way of telling if someone's actually engaged in the conversation. You know, like, are they looking at you? I don't know. If they're asking you, hey, are you having fun? I love checking in. I love when you're on a date and they're checking in like, hey, are you having a good time? You guys, I'm mixing, like you're like, speaking of looking at people, you're not looking at us, Dani. I'm mixing the Stila with the liquid. You know what I should have used? I should have used my, my Lotus collection. Do I look like a fish? I look like a fish, don't I? It looks like fish scales. It's one of the things with these. It's like hit or miss. It's like hit or miss. I think this is going to be one of those things that just photographs really pretty, but I'm not so sure it's going to look pretty in person. This tutorial just took a turn for the worst. Look at my face. I look like I belong in a video with Blondie. I am such a fool because I have those Milk, the brand Milk. They sent me their metallic pigments. Like they're like these cream pigments that are super metallic and everyone's like going bonkers over. I could have just used that, and now I have this like flaky like fish skin on my eyelid. Okay, I'm gonna take this color here. What's it called? Liar. You know, for a palette that I never use, the names are worn off, so that's gotta make me wonder. Okay, we're gonna do something a little funky. I'm going to drop some black in the waterline, and then after that, I feel like I want to put this rose gold pencil somewhere. Is it too much? I mean, at this point, you guys, can I really mess up? Can I really make it that much worse? Let's be honest. So this rose gold is going to go right underneath. Because I figure when they like mix together, it'll be like a dark metallic rose. You know what I mean? Like a blackened silvery rose. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry. Not feeling very creative with my words. Praying for a recovery, you guys. Okay, I'm going to take a MAC's Definitely Defined, which is one of my favorite highlighters ever. Unfortunately, it's limited edition. Oh, MAC. Sometimes I hate MAC, you guys. Their limited edition everything. It's like, oh, limited edition everything. That was very creative, Dani. This is Definitely Defined, and it's just, man, when you want a highlighter to show up. You use this one. I'm gonna pop that into the inner corner. My friend Allison's baby shower is today, and she's like, look, it's at my parents' house. It's really informal. It's super casual. She's like, you don't even have to show up on time if you don't want to. I'm gonna show up with like full-on glam. Could you imagine? She's gonna be like, get out of my house. For mascara, you guys know what I'm gonna do. Do we need to talk about it? Actually, I've been kind of wanting to try a different mascara from a while now. I kind of want to lay off the Superhero one for a little bit because it's the only one I've been using, and there's a lot of new ones out right now, especially drugstore ones. So I kind of want to give some of those a try. But you guys know how I feel about my Holy Grail products. You kind of get to a point after trying so much makeup, you're like, listen, bro, I already know which ones knock my panties off, so do I really want to try new ones? It's like, yes, that's your job. That's exactly what you're going to do. This is going to be one of those eye looks that from far away is like, dang, that's cute. And then from up close, it's like, don't look too hard. You're in my bubble. So, we finished mascara. Now I'm going to do highlighter, and I'm going to take that same one that I popped in the inner corner. It's Definitely Defined from MAC. If you guys really like this, you could probably find it at like a CCO, a cosmetic company outlet, at those like Tanger type malls, or I forget what they're called, those like, you know, off the beaten path type outlet malls. And you could probably find it there, but it's also one of those products that MAC re-promotes to death all the time. So I wouldn't be too stressed about it. And I actually only use the lighter shade, the one up here. I don't use this dark one. This dark one's beautiful, but I don't really use it that much. It's a really, really, really beautiful, not subtle highlight. And I mean, well, no highlighter is subtle when I do it. Just being honest. And I'm going to, what else? I need to blend out this little situation going on here a little bit. Because it is crazy. It's okay. You know what? I have to wear it all day. So to my first function, I'll show up looking like bozo. To the second one, I'll show up looking a little normal. And then to the end of the night, I'll finally look like the girl next door. Just kidding. That's impossible. Now I'm going to do the Skindinavia Bridal. And I should have done this. I should have finished my face and not mascara. So now you guys are going to have to pray for me. I'm drowning. Now for lips. What are we gonna do for lips? I wanna do something super pink and special and cute. My mom actually gave me this beautiful pink lip liner from MAC that I've been wanting to use. I think it's this one. It's called Edge to Edge. Let me see, is it? Yeah, let's do this one. And actually, it actually looks like East End Snob. So I'm gonna put that on. That's a really pretty color. I kind of just want to just leave it alone. What do you guys think? So pretty, but I feel like it's for a baby shower, so it needs to be like glowy and glittery and shiny and sparkly. Oh, what should I do? Okay, let's see. Okay, we have a couple of options. We have Senna and Belladonna. These are both Transformers. No, these are both glosses that have iridescent glitter in them. This one has like a pink/peach glow to it, and then this one is like a holographic. It's called Queen Bee. It's from Sephora, and this one is like purple pink. Oh, I don't know which one. I think I'm gonna do the Sephora one. I'm totally gonna mess up, aren't I? No, I'll do the Senna Cosmetics. Although I prefer the formula of the Sephora ones. The Senna one's a little sticky. We're just gonna roll with it. Let's do this. YOLO, right? What do we think? I'm done. No? So what do we think? Do we look baby shower appropriate? Probably not, unless the baby shower was like at a club, but that's okay. She's a good friend, she'll understand. Don't forget to leave us in the comment section below the top 3 things you look for when you're dating someone. What are the things they need to do or not do? Like, what is really apparent to you? What are you looking for? Or the worst date you've ever been on. You guys, I have to tell you, the story goes on. Like, the list goes on of bad dates that I've been on in the history of me living on this planet. So I can't wait to share those with you guys if you're interested. Maybe we could do like a bad date, get ready with me series. Anyway, all of the products that I use will be listed in the description box below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know what to do. If you found this video